Well, they don't come much bigger, do they? Watford Match Preview. Welcome back to another video on the channel, Newcastle fans. It's Watford on Saturday. My God, the games do not come any bigger. I'm getting nervous just thinking about it. I mean, there's been a lot of times over the last year where I've talked about games being cup finals. That probably tells you where we've been for the last year. But with one win all season in all competitions, to be playing against a team who are 2 points above us in this relegation battle at home, they don't come any bigger. And you don't like to say games a must win, because if we manage to, if we don't get a result on Saturday, there's still lots of other points to play for, and there's lots of still the transfer window left for us to bring more players in to boost our squad in between that time as well. But for me, it's must win. We keep saying it. We said the Norwich game not so long ago at home when Clark stupidly got sent off was must win. This one's exactly the same. And we've got a couple of players in now. I cannot wait to see Trippier on Saturday. I think he'll hit the ground running. He looked okay against Cambridge on Saturday, but I think he'll be right at home in a Premier League match with a full house. And obviously, Mr. Wood up top. I think it's safe to say that Chris Wood's going to start tomorrow. He'll definitely be thrown straight in. I think that's the reason Eddie Howe's gone after a player like Chris Wood, because there was no messing about with the release clause. He knows the Premier League, he's fit, and we do not have a striker going into that crucial match. So I'd be gobsmacked if he's not in our starting 11, because let's face it, we don't really have anyone else. Dwight Gale seems to be, I think he's sat at home watching Netflix, because he's certainly not in our squad and he's not on the pitch. So I think it's safe to say we don't have a striker really at the moment. So Chris Wood will start, and I'm backing him. I'm backing him to do pretty well. And that's another player that I'm quite looking forward to see play. Not because he's exciting. I don't think he's going to do anything tomorrow at St James's that's going to get us off our seats. But he knows where the goal is. And I think if I was to put a bet on tomorrow, I would probably put Chris Wood to score first, because he's talked in his press conference this week about comfort zones. That's why he's moved. He's been too in his comfort zone in Burnley. If there's one place that's going to get you out of that fucking comfort zone, it's St James's Park on a Saturday afternoon in the middle of a relegation battle. Tell you what, the atmosphere tomorrow will be mental. Obviously, depending on how the game goes, the atmosphere can change quite quickly, as we all know. But I think it's going to be a real kick up his arse, and he's going to really want to do well. I think he'll be running and chasing everything down tomorrow. But having said that, I think we have to play to suit his style of play a little bit. And I think I am a little bit concerned that he's done so well at Burnley, because they've played specifically how he needs and how he wants. Balls over the top, crosses coming in constantly. We know how Burnley play. You know what you get when you play Burnley Football Club. Let's face it. And I think we haven't, generally since Howe came in, been a club to pump ball after ball after ball in the box. That was more maybe under Bruce. Against Cambridge, we did it in the second half, but that was more out of desperation. So I think St Maximin's not the sort of winger to whip the ball in. So that's probably going to have to change, because I think Chris Wood will get lost in the headlights a little bit if he's trying to play this ticky-tacky sort of stuff with Maximin around the 18-yard box. I think Fraser will be great for him, because he likes to whip the ball in. Matt Ritchie, well, we know my thoughts on Matt Ritchie in the Newcastle starting 11. The one thing I will say for him is he likes to put a cross in, and it looks like Ritchie might be starting left back tomorrow from what I'm reading. So again, you've got players who want to get the ball in the box. You've got John Joe Shelvey, who certainly knows where ahead is. He knows where Chris Wood will be, and he will do his utmost the whole match to try and put that ball either onto his foot or onto his head. I think Maximin is the player who needs to change to suit Wood a little bit. And I think Maximin in general needs to up his game. There's been a lot of there's been a lot of debate, should I say, on Maximin in the last couple of weeks. Whether he should be playing, whether he's as good as what we think he is. He's just won the North East Writers Player of the Year, which caused a bit of debate. For me, he hasn't been very good for a while now. I'm not one of these ones who's going to blow smoke up his arse. He needs to pass the ball more. He needs to stop this, I want to take on 6 players. He needs to make a decision faster. He needs more final product. And I don't want... The one thing I'm worried about Maximin about is becoming the next Traore. We all know Adama Traore at Wolves. He's fast as hell, light and scary on his day for defenders, but he's never really became a great player because he's never produced week in, week out. And I'm worried Maximin's going to go the same way. So yeah, I'm hoping for more from him on Saturday, and I think he's the sort of player who can really unlock Watford. Similar to what we saw against Man United. The Man United game now, for me, seems so long ago because of the Cambridge game, because of the break, because of COVID, the Everton game getting called off. But that performance, for me, was one of the best we've had all season. So if we can play anything like we did against Man U, against Watford on Saturday, we will win. We will win the football match. We've got more quality than them. They're missing a couple of players because of the African Cup of Nations. I don't rate Ranieri as a manager. I've had many a debate with my friends. I don't believe he was the reason that Leicester won the title. That's just my opinion, and I know it's a controversial one. I think he's a bit of a blagger, and I don't rate him as a football coach at all. I thought that was a bad appointment for Watford, and I think we are a better footballing team than them, but we need to go out. There's no good as saying this being good on paper unless we get the result on Saturday. And a win, if you look at the Premier League table, a win against Watford could do us absolute fucking wonders. We'll go above them. Burnley don't play because their game's been called off. They've just lost the main striker in Chris Wood. Imagine us getting 3 points tomorrow with Chris Wood bagging a couple. Trippier having a great game. A clean sheet at the back. It would just be amazing. And it could be the real start of something as more players come in the transfer window. So I think teams, Dubravka's looking a bit iffy, which you'd be a bit worried about because I don't think Woodman's trained, and I know Darlow hasn't been in a matchday squad for a while now. So does that mean you're going a little bit further down the pecking order for goalkeeper? So that's dubious, but I hope Dubravka's fit, but we'll see. Centre-backs, we all would have hoped we got a defender in by the Watford game. We were looking at Diego Carlos, the Brazilian. Bids getting made, bids getting looked at. Nothing's materialised. So for me, Fernandez is still out, who I would love to see in the team. For me, it's Fabian Schär's got to stay. He hasn't been great, but he has to stay. And I think with Fabian Schär, we'll probably just go Lascelles. I think that pretty much picks itself. So centre-backs will come in as you like. And then, like I say, I think Richie might be starting at left-back. I think not much needs to change in the midfield. I would definitely play Fraser, 100%. Get Fraser whipping them balls in time after time after time and play it to Chris Wood's strengths. Shelvey's a no-brainer for me now as well. It's even more so now we have a target man. And there's been calls for maybe Willock to come in. Nah, not for me. I think Willock has massive problems with his attitude at the moment from watching him kick a football. He doesn't want the ball. God, I really sound like a fucking stuck record talking about him on these videos, but he doesn't seem to be the player we need right now to get us out of this shit. Central midfield in today's Premier League is such an important position, and he's just not up for it. So for me, I would probably go... It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because Almiron's always floating around the team. Does he play, does he not? For me, no, he doesn't, so I would probably go Longstaff with Shelvey in the middle. Played okay against Man United, didn't look so good against Cambridge, but who did look good against Cambridge? So I'd go with Longstaff. And let's just see what the boy Chris Wood can do. He's going to be up for it, as I mentioned earlier. And we are better on paper if Maximin's firing, if Fraser's whipping the balls in and keeps that graph going that's been fantastic in the past 3 or 4 weeks. Fraser's really impressed me. If we can get a decent performance from Trippier going forward, who again will be pinging balls in for Chris Wood left, right and centre. Hopefully, we can get 3 points, because my fucking God, is tomorrow a big game. It's one of them ones I know that I'm probably going to need a couple of toilet visits before I even walk to St James's Park, because it's nervy. You drink them that pint in the pub beforehand, like games like tomorrow, knowing that in a couple of hours' time we can be either absolutely overjoyed and really looking up the league to get out of this shite and hopefully push on under these new owners and spend some money in the summer, or we can get beat off Watford. And honestly, if we lose tomorrow, things are looking terrible. And I know that Eddie Howe would come out in that situation and say there's still lots of points to play for, and there's still lots of games of football left, but it's looking dire straits if we can't beat Watford at home. Watford league goals for fun. That's why it's so important that Maximin's firing on all cylinders and Joe Linton has one of them bullying games that we've seen. It's basically just Man United. I keep going back to the Man United game because it was the best we've played this season. If we can replicate that tomorrow, I'm confident. I am confident, funnily enough, going into tomorrow's game. So I am going to go for a 3-1 Newcastle win. Three goals in one match for us at home. Imagine that. And I think Chris Wood's going to do it. So I'm going to go for Chris Wood to score first. If you're new to the channel, Newcastle fans, drop us a like, drop us a subscribe. I think I've done that the opposite way around. I always do that. Make sure you get us on Facebook and Instagram. Content coming on that every day. And let me know in the comments what you think what your predictions are for the game tomorrow. How you think Chris Wood's going to get on. Who you'd like to see start. And I'll hopefully touch down for a very, very, very happy match review on Saturday afternoon. Probably with a beer in hand. If we've got over the line and got 3 points. Because I tell you what, our season can start tomorrow. How are you, the lads?